Hi everyone, I'm Nicole and I'm going to lead the warm-up this morning. So we're just going to start by doing some hamstring curls and pull aparts. So you're going to want to pick your foot up to your glute and get it as high as you can, and at the same time use your arms to pull back. So we're working those hamstrings and the upper back. Just feel this a little bit. We're going to go for about 15 more seconds before going into some adductor lifts. So let's do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're going to go into some adductor lifts. So you're going to put your foot out to the side, keep your toe pointing forwards, and just lift your leg up and put it back down. A little bit of a balance challenge. If you want to make this harder, you can bring your foot all the way in, lift it back up. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure you pull up out of your hip and engage your core by sucking your stomach into your spine. Again, wanting to keep your toe pointing forwards. Let's switch to the other side after 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. Again, pointing the foot out to the side, toe pointing forward. Just doing a little lift. Feeling along the abductor. Same modification here if you want to make it a little harder. Lifting the leg all the way in and out. Still sitting up tall. And we're going to go into some side steps with tricep extensions in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're just going to get those side steps going. Take your arms up and do some tricep extensions with it. You can take these a little faster, or you can do them nice and slow and controlled. Well, either way, this should be controlled. Try not to overarch your back. Try to engage your core and stay nice and straight. Shoulders tucked into your ears, or arms into your ears, shoulders back. And we're going to do this for a little bit longer. Keep going. You're doing awesome. After this, we're going to go into some calf raises with some L arm raises. So let's go into that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're going to want to stand and do a calf raise. We're going up onto your toes. At the same time, your arms will make a nice L and go up and down. If you want to make this a bit harder, if you can increase your range of motion by having your heels off of something. If your arms can't go all the way up to 90 degrees, you can keep them a little bit lower. This is another one that you're going to want to engage your core by sucking your stomach into your spine. Keep going here. We're almost done. Doing great, everybody. Let's go. After this, we're just going to do a nice little stretch. So let's keep going for 5, 4, 3. Try to hold the last one up as long as you can. 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to go into a calf stretch. So you're going to stand with one foot in front, hips straight, and lean forward a little bit. You should feel it in your calf and your hip flexor a little bit. Take your arm up over the top and do a tricep stretch as well. We're just going to hold this here. Just kind of get a big stretch going. Feels pretty good. We're going to hold this for 10 more seconds before switching to the other side. So let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Again, just putting one foot in front of the other. Bending the knee a tiny bit, feeling it in the calf and the hip flexor a little bit. Pulling the arm over the head. Make sure you're doing the other arm. I'm just going to hold this for a little bit as well. After this, we're going to go into some squats with some bicep curls, so get ready for that. Let's just hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we're going to do some squats with some bicep curls. We're going to put your feet about hip width apart, push your hips back like you're going to sit in a chair, and then stand up, and then add a bicep curl in there as well. So squat, bicep curl. Again, you want to sit back like you're sitting in a chair and come up. And you don't want to go below 90 degrees, but if you need to limit that range of motion a little bit, you can do that as well. So let's keep this going here. You got it, everybody. Nice to feel the legs in the morning. Let's do 5 more of these before going into a bicep stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to take a nice bicep stretch. Take your first arm, put it in front, and pull your fingers down. You should feel it along your bicep, feel good after working them a little bit. We're just going to hold this here for a little bit longer. Let's switch to the other side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just switching arms again. Palm facing forward, laying the fingers down, getting a nice bicep stretch. After this, we're going to go into some side lunges, work the adductors, the legs a little bit more. So let's go into those in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're going to stand with your feet together, go to the side, and come back up. This is one you want to stay up as much as you can. You don't want to bend at the hips. If you need to limit the range of motion a little bit, go for it. Just do some side taps in. We're just going to keep going here. Keep it up, everybody. Almost there. Let's do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now our last move before we go to the floor, we're just going to do a quick little back stretch. You're going to pull your arms in front of you. Just push them forward. Should feel it along your back. If you'd rather take your arms in, you can do that as well. And again, we're going to the floor after this, so let's get ready for that. Let's hold this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's work our way down to a seated position. And we're going to take our first leg and cross it over top the other one. Stretch those abductors. Feel a nice little stretch here. If you'd like to add a twist, you can take your arm and twist towards the top leg. We're just going to keep it here for a couple more seconds. Let's switch legs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just switching legs, taking that other leg, putting it on top, feeling it along the outside of the thigh. Again, if you took the twist on the other side, go ahead and take it here, twisting towards the top leg. Just breathing into the stretch. You don't want to feel any pain, so if you need to reel it back a little bit, keep your legs here, not turn, that's fine. We're going to go into a butterfly stretch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just bringing the legs in front, going into a butterfly, making sure not to bounce the legs, and just stretching the inner thighs. Let's just hold. This is a good one to work on your posture, sitting up straight, shoulders back. Just feeling the stretch, breathing it in. And we're going to stretch one leg out, do a hamstring oblique stretch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So taking one leg, putting it to the side. You should feel it in that hamstring already. If you want to intensify it, you can flex the foot. And taking your arm and reaching over, and this will stretch out your obliques. You really want to try to keep your chest open to the front. If you can't reach up and over the head, you can still just reach. Keep your arm by your side. Let's just keep it here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other leg. So again, putting it out. You should already feel it in the hamstring. If you want to intensify it, flex your foot. Reaching up and over to the side to feel it in your obliques. And if your arm doesn't want to go up and over, you can keep it down. Just try to lengthen out and reach over. You should feel it along your side and then in your hamstrings. We're going to move on to our back next. So let's think about that while we hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, going onto our backs. We're just going to do some crunches. Hands behind the head, feet on the ground. Just going to go up and down. Try not to tuck your chin in. Get your shoulders off if you can. We're just going to do this for a couple more seconds. Feel it in those abs. Make sure you're engaging your core. Again, sucking your stomach into your spine to really feel that. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying on your back, taking your arms to the side. We're going to do a floor press. Get your arms at a 90-degree angle. Make sure your back stays flat on the ground. And lift your arms up and down. Up and down. Just keep doing that. Again, you want to engage the core so that you don't get an arch in your back. Just keep breathing through it, everybody. You're doing awesome. We're almost there. After this, we're going to go into some heel taps. So let's do that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to sit up, engage the core, work the obliques by reaching side to side. If you need to limit the range of motion a little bit, that's totally fine as well. Or if you want to reach further, we're going to keep doing this for 15 more seconds. Keep pushing through. You're doing great. Almost there. 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Laying back down, we're going to do some single leg lifts. So you're going to take your leg and just lift it up and place it back down. We're just going to do that for about 15 seconds. If you want to make this harder, you can straighten your leg and bring it up and down. This is another one. You want to really engage that core. We're just going to keep going here. Only a couple seconds left before switching to the other side. Let's do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching to the other leg. Again, you can keep it as a bent leg, up and down. Keeping the core engaged. Or if you want to straighten that leg, make it a bit more intense. We got 10 more seconds here. We're just going to take a nice figure 4 stretch after this, so let's push through. We got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to take a figure 4 stretch. Take one leg, cross it over the top of the other, reach through and grab your quad. This kind of stretches out everything. You should feel it in your glute, side of your leg. Just breathe into it. If you feel it with your foot on the ground, that's totally okay too. We just really want to feel it on on our leg, on the glutes. Again, just breathing into it. We're going to switch legs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So putting the other leg down, crossing the other one on top, reaching through and grabbing the quad. Try to do the same thing on this side that you did on the other. If you kept the leg down, you should try to stay even. Again, just letting the stretch feel good. After this, we're gonna flip into a tabletop position for some bird dogs. So let's think about that. Let's go there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take your time sitting up, flipping over to a tabletop to get some bird dogs going. I'm gonna put your hands shoulder width apart, knees back. You're gonna lift opposite arm as leg and bring it down. And then the other side, you wanna try to hit 90 degrees. To make this a little bit harder, you can go slower. It takes some more balance. This is another one, you really wanna engage that core so that you don't arch your back either way. Let's do this for another 5 seconds before going into a cobra stretch. 3, 2, and 1. So let's go ahead and bring it on down and do a cobra stretch, stretching out our abdominals, keeping our arms on the ground, just pushing up. If you feel like you need more of a stretch, you can straighten your arms, but you don't want to feel any pain in your lower back. If you feel any pain at all, go ahead and bring it back down. Just breathe into this. We're going to go into a child's pose after this. So let's just hold this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back to a child's pose. So you just want to sit your hips back, reach your arms forward. You can rest your head down. This just stretches out the back, erector spinae, kind of everything. And we're going to go ahead and reach our arms through one at a time. So go ahead and take your first arm, reach it through the other. This will stretch your shoulders. So just hold this here for a couple seconds, and then we'll switch to the other arm. Let's do this for switch arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it up, taking the other arm, threading it through. Again, stretching the shoulders. Just breathing into it, feeling it here. After this, we're going to go into a sort of runner's lunge, stretch our quads. So let's bring it back to center in 3, 2, 1. Take it here and go ahead and get up into a runner's lunge. Put one leg forward and feel it, and go ahead and grab your back leg. And this will give you a nice quad stretch. And just feel it here. If you lean forward a little bit, it will get that hip flexor as well. We got the hip flexor earlier, so if the quad's enough for you, that's totally okay too. Let's switch legs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just putting your other leg forward, putting your hands down, reaching back and grabbing the foot, stretching the quad. If you pushed forward for a hip flexor stretch on the other side, let's do that here too. We're going to be standing up after this. So let's just hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get to standing. We're just going to do a quick chest stretch. So you're going to take your hands behind your back and just pull and really open that chest. Let's hold that here for about 15 seconds. We're almost done, everybody. You're super close. Let's just hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next we're gonna do our little balance challenge. We're gonna do tree pose. So we have 3 options here. You can keep your foot with your toe on the ground, heel at the ankle. You can pull it up a little higher to about the knee, or if you want to pull it to the quad, you can hold it there as well. And put your arms wherever they feel right. I like to keep mine at hands, heart, center. And let's just balance here. A good way to help with this is also engaging the core and trying to pick one spot to focus on. Sitting up, shoulders back. Let's switch legs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Putting the foot down, same 3 options. Foot kind of on the ground, heel at the ankle. Foot up closer to the knee or up at the thigh. And then hands, same place they were last time. You want to try to pull up out of this hip. You can do that by engaging the core, sucking in. Just hold this here. Got it, everybody. Again, focusing on one spot kind of helps too. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to end this with a little bit of cardio. So let's do 10 jumping jacks all together, or if you want to take it as walking jacks, just get the arms moving and legs to the side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last thing, we're just going to run in place. Let's do it just for 10 seconds. Push hard. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day.